We are seeing this generation's Larry Bird with Luka Doncic. My man just made NBA history yet again by becoming the first ever player to get 6 straight 30-point triple-doubles. Hot take alert, Luka is in the midst of another legendary season and is firmly in the MVP conversation. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Thank you so much for checking out the channel today. My name is Troy. This is the Half Court Report. Make sure you drop a like for the YouTube algorithm and hit subscribe too so you never miss another NBA video from me. Coming at you several times a week with some of the hottest NBA content that you're going to find on YouTube. Elijah Hamilton over at Sports World News wrote a great piece on just how historical Luka's season has been. So I want to go through that article today and also add in a few of my own thoughts. So let's begin with the numbers. Luka is, of course, a 5-time All-Star who is currently averaging 34.7 points, 9 rebounds, and 9.8 assists. Add to that his 49.6% shooting from the field and 38% from 3. Guys, if his scoring average holds up, it will be the highest points per game over the course of a season since Kobe Bryant's 35.4 points per game in the 2005-2006 season. It's no doubt that Luka Doncic has built a solid case to be MVP this season. He continues to be one of the best players in the league and has played at that MVP level all season. If you want to give the award to Nikola Jokic or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, hey, I'm not going to fight you, but at just 25 years old, Luka is having a historically great season no matter how you look at it. His numbers are only the tip of the proverbial iceberg when it comes to the crazy accomplishments that he has reached this year. So let's take a look back because some of Luka's performances are not only real, but they are spectacular. His 73-point masterpiece against the Atlanta Hawks was the best game of the year by Basketball Reference's game score, which is a metric created by John Hollinger over at The Athletic. And that metric gives a rough measure of a player's productivity for a single game. But I mean, come on, you don't really need a formula to tell you that 73 points on 33 shots along with 10 rebounds and 7 assists in a win is going to be a performance that will go down in the NBA history books. Those numbers had never been matched before. And if that weren't enough, Doncic had a 50-point, 15-assist, 4-steal, 3-block game on Christmas Day against the Phoenix Suns. And once again, that box score was the first of its kind. There have been 5 games this year where a player has put up a game score of 50 or higher, and numbers 1 and 4 on the list come courtesy of Luka Legend. There have been other scoring binges this season, but he has been the best of the best. Most importantly, both of those awe-inspiring outputs came in wins where Dallas needed every one of Luka's baskets. And guys, he is not stat padding to get these numbers. They're coming naturally in the flow of the game and in critical wins in a tight Western Conference race. Chandler Parsons may not like it, but I am loving what I'm seeing from Luka Doncic. The Mavs are 8 games above 500, but in an extremely tight battle for a playoff spot. They would, I think, be completely out of the playoff picture if they didn't have Luka on the roster. Kyrie Irving, of course, is fitting in nicely with the team, but he has missed over 30 games this year. Their big free agent acquisition, Grant Williams, he's already off the team, traded to the Charlotte Hornets due to being ineffective and, for whatever reason, if you believe the reports, not really fitting in with the rest of the Mavericks team. Dallas hasn't had any consistency this year. They've been adding players on the fly and being forced into trying all sorts of weird combinations and lineups. None of their lineups have topped 100 minutes all season. Through it all, though, Luka is keeping his team winning. After all, they're starting rookie Derek Lively along with Derek Jones Jr. Maybe even there are some other Dereks in the starting lineup too, I don't know, but Derek Jones Jr. is a veteran who was signed for the minimum at the very end of free agency because nobody else was interested. Well, what did Luka do? He has revitalized Derrick Jones's career. Jones is averaging a career high in points and three-point percentage and starting alongside Luka Doncic. Derek Lively looking like one of the steals of the draft, and he fits Luka's game perfectly. The players that are considered in front of Doncic in the MVP race do have better rosters. Nikola Jokic is part of a championship team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has players like Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and one of the deepest rosters in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo has Dame Lillard. My point is, Doncic is carrying the Mavs with unproven players, rookies, and besides half the season of Kyrie, non-All-Stars. When it comes to value, Luka is the only thing separating the Mavericks from the draft lottery. Doncic, of course, did get close to winning the MVP a couple of times. He's been in the top 8 in MVP voting in each of the last 4 years, with his best finish coming in at 4th place his second season. The arguments that prevent Doncic from getting that MVP love previous years have revolved around his defense and him not grading out very high in elite advanced stats. And sure, Doncic is never going to be a defensive stopper, but he has had some pretty good moments on that end of the ball this year. In a game against the Timberwolves, he repeatedly stopped Karl Anthony Towns in the closing minutes of a close win. And he's generally been good in the post defensively too this season. The Mavericks have tried to keep him lower on the floor to limit his problems with foot speed, and that has helped him look better. Luka has also graded out well in the advanced stats categories this year. His plus 7.6 estimated plus minus is the highest of his career and the 3rd highest in the league. He's also number 5 in Raptor rating and number 3 in LeBron rating. He's also number 3 in box plus minus. Those are all top analytical models used to measure players. That increase in advanced stats is being driven in large part by Luka's improvement in shooting. He's always taken tough three-pointers, but this year he's making them at a much higher clip, nearly 40% from 3, which is a career high for him, well above his roughly 34% career average. And hey, if advanced stats aren't your thing, if you're more of an eye test kind of guy when you're looking at games, then Luka passes the eye test too. Watch him play, he is right there, neck and neck with any of the other MVP candidates. The only thing they have above Luka is that they are on better teams. So how could you really hold that against him? What else does Doncic have to do at this point? And yeah, I know, Nikola Jokic is probably going to win the award, and that is a very deserving pick. But Luka is doing stuff that has never been done before in the history of the NBA. There is a very easy case to be made that he's the best player in the league. So let's not sleep on how special of a season he's having and just how special of a player we are getting to see night in and night out with Luka Doncic. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think of Luka and who is your pick for MVP. I don't know what it is, but the Mavericks don't get enough love on NBA YouTube. So if you are a Mavericks fan, thank you for checking out this video. Let me hear from you in the comments. And speaking of Texas teams, man, oh man, what Victor Wembanyama is doing for the San Antonio Spurs. This guy's going to be in the MVP conversation probably as early as next year, because he is also doing some things that we have not seen from a rookie or from an NBA player for that matter. Ever? I had to do a whole video on that. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you drop a like for the YouTube algorithm and click that subscribe button too. And I will catch you next time on the Half Court Report. Have a great day.